maiden voyage, sort of. Startup time is a little bit longer on these Androids. Not entirely sure why. It's got quite a lot of processing power and memory. But you can change the boot logo. I figured I'd leave the Toyota. It is applicable. Android starting. So just a brief overview. Let's see. Here's this little guy. I just popped out a center connector. Over the next week or so, I've got some pieces coming in. I'm going to modify that, and maybe one day it'll... There we go. Alright, so it's the smart radar. I'm just going to side mount it in like that. Yeah, but eventually I found a way to ground that. That was a pretty big issue. Trying to get the wire for the power up through this pillar without taking it off, just because I've never touched anything with side curtain bags before. So I kind of got bored with this. Now, I had suction cups on my last radar, and they were great, except when they hit the end of their lifespan, I'd be driving down the road and this thing would just swing off and hang by the power cord. Not really great. Between that and I put almost a 3,000 watt RMS stereo in my car, it actually shook the bolts out. So this is a mirror mount. Let me see if I can... I think you can see it fairly well. But it bolts right onto the mirror stand and then clips right onto the unit itself. That's a Pasport 9500iX. Does all kinds of cool stuff. Memorizes the GPS location of speed cams and all that crap, so it doesn't go off all the time for every cam that you pass. It'll memorize them and stop being so annoying. So back onto the unit. I don't have any body puller tools, so I highly recommend this Cambridge body puller tool, otherwise known as a butter knife. It's pretty legit. Pops these things off really easy, and everything else pretty much just pulls out with... It takes a little bit of force, especially a lot of the stuff down here that I pulled out earlier today. You just gotta kind of know not to yank on it at a bad angle, I guess. So anyway, as you can hear, my radio's playing away. I don't have any updated speakers or anything. Unfortunately, still working on this conundrum. I don't really know what to do for that yet. Display button still works though, which is good. But onto the radio. So the radio install looks pretty flush. It looks OEM, just like I like it. You know, it doesn't look like anything was hacked in. And it's got all the basic cool functions. I've had my Jeep... Oh, I've had this unplugged, so I have to reset all my settings. But because it's an Android, you can... What is this? Maps. No. You have full access to stuff like Google Play, so you can use whatever you want as far as map software. And this particular unit, you can program your stock navigation to whatever the app is. It also comes with a GPS map built in on the little SD card that it comes with. Supports another 32 gig SD card and has 16 gigs of RAM for whatever your heart desires. I like the Android units because you can customize the backgrounds. A big thing you can't do with the $1,200+ Pioneers. Most of them, it's like this new latest big thing that you can customize the background, which is stupid because I could do it on my cell phone when I was in high school. So, man, I'm going to put links for all the stuff, the wires that I have currently, the ones that I'm looking at, and wiring diagrams, all that good stuff. But the big thing that I didn't have the other day was my radio, which reset, because crap, I unplugged it. So you can, let me move my hand here, you can just drag right across the top, find whatever station it is that you want. Thanks to Toyota's awesome antenna idea, I had to get the little piece off Amazon to make my antenna work. And here's the ticket. Hold on. God dang it. It's so close. Anyway, so this is the radio. It does work just fine. If I can get a station to come in, that's maybe 97.9, 7.3. This is a really professional video, as you can tell. All professional. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I don't read manuals. I'd rather just play with the buttons. Oh, come on. 97. Alright, so we're back. Radio. So I got it tuned into a station. Works great, comes in crystal clear. As far as the GPS thing, I wanted to note, I do not have an external antenna. It is actually mounted inside the dash here, whereas a lot of times you'll see the little black boxes, little stuck to the roof of the car. This is all built right in. So I just threw it right inside the dash, gets a signal great, and finds me wherever I need to go. Call, works Bluetooth to the cell phone. What are the other features that are cool on here? Like I said, I'm on my home Wi-Fi right now, so I'm connected to Google Play. A big thing, if any of you are into tuning, I have these in my Subarus. That's one of my play cars right there. The Tatrix cable is this little guy right here, so you can do OBD2 functions. And they sell little very cheap like Bluetooth dongles that will connect to this thing perfectly. You can download Torque Pro, which actually I think came on here. Dash Command, any of those. Yeah, there it is. So that's Torque Pro right there. Basically, if you have a service light that comes on your dash, an error code, whatever, you can scan it through your OBD2 and do some of your own diagnosis if you like to do the DIY thing. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll have a write-up shortly, and I'll keep updating this as I go.